Okay, welcome to the second session in treatment for hair pulling and skin picking. Since the previous session, you are supposed to have written down all the situations where you pick or pull, all the triggers that you have. It can be bright light in front of the mirror, it can be sitting watching TV, being able to have my hand on the side of the sofa so that I can pick or pull. It can be stress, it can be feelings of worthlessness, it can be a lot to do, it can be boredom, driving a car for instance. So what you're going to try to start from now on is to limit these situations where you pick or pull. For instance, if you sit by the side of the sofa doing this, sit in the middle of the sofa so that you can't lean your hands. That's a very easy thing to do. If it's light and mirrors, which is very typical for both skin pickers and hair pullers, turn down the light, take away mirrors. A lot of people have got help from just taking away their mirrors. Ask somebody to be with you in the bathroom if you are the kind of person who doesn't pick or pull in front of other people. Being together with other people as much as you can would be a very good idea. Putting up notes to yourself, it's not worth it. I have better things to use my time for. I choose a better life, or reminders that you are working on this can be very good. So this is what we call stimulus control. So from now on, in as many situations as you can, you limit the triggers, or you remind yourself, or a third category is that you can find something to occupy your hands, like pens that you can fiddle with are great. Any kind of handy work with your hands is a great thing. It also leads to a lot of pleasure. Some people can go out running a little bit when they get the urge. So this is what we call stimulus control. So you can take care of the triggers in many ways by just limiting the triggers. For instance, if you know you are going to be stressed because you have a big assignment to hand in, okay, maybe you could even put on some light gloves. That would prevent both picking and pulling. Okay, that would be a way of limiting the standard triggers, because often you get triggered by feeling and then you see a good spot here and you just have to take it. Or you feel the hair that's a little bit different and you have to do it. So that's one thing that you can do, is the stimulus control. Limit the triggers and do other things with your hands. Okay. Now the other part of the treatment, of the more technical treatment, is habit reversal. That means that every time you want to pick or pull, you're going to do a different action, and you're going to do it as quickly as possible so that your brain learns this. It learns a new link, that whenever you feel the urge to pick or pull, you do this. You hold your thumb very gently, nothing cramped about it. It's nothing that you have to do. You make a choice. You take care of yourself. You just take in the thumbs like this. You take care of yourself, and you do this as soon as you can, and you hold it for at least a minute. Some people even put on their mobile phone to ring after a minute, just to get super attention to what they are actually doing, that now they're really working on this. This might seem like a stupid, silly little thing to do, but we've seen repeatedly that people who do this, they are able to complete the treatment and they're almost pulling and picking free at the end of these 10 sessions. Okay, so limit the stimulus that you have, the triggers, and whenever you feel triggered, instead of picking or pulling, do this. And in addition to that, I want you to write down as much as you can about the picking or pulling. What do you think or feel before you do it and what you think or feel after you do it. A lot of people will say that I'm stressed before I do it. It gives a very small relief and then I feel bad afterwards. So when you've written down this, you become much more aware of it, and then you have a possibility of doing something with it, especially of taking different choices, so that you can you get the motivation for taking different choices when you see how bad it makes you feel.